Hello, friends. So, we have completed the study of all the shloks of the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, in today's video, I will be presenting to you a summary of the teachings of this chapter. So, this chapter mostly is talking about how different people, basically the people who are in different modes of nature, how these different people perform their austerities, how they basically uh, conduct themselves in life, and what kind of food they eat, what kind of austerity they perform, what kind of charity they give. So, those kind of things basically are being discussed in this chapter. So, this chapter starts off by Arjun putting up a question in front of Sri Krishna, wherein he asks Sri Krishna that if a person has faith but the person disregards the scriptures, then in what kind of mode is his faith basically? So to answer this question, then Sri Krishna mentions that everybody has faith, and the faith is something that is fundamental to our nature. We cannot really exist without faith. If we did not have any faith at all in anything, then we will basically just perform suicide and kill ourselves. So all the beings have faith, and their faith confirms to the nature of that person. So this faith is therefore also in three modes, which is Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. And the Sattvic people, they basically worship the devas in terms of their faith, while the Rajasic people, they worship the yakshas and rakshasas as part of their faith, and the Tamasic people, they worship the spirits and ghosts as part of their faith. So, depending on the nature of a person, the person worships different beings. The good person worships the devas, which are in the mode of goodness. The rajasic person or the greedy person worships yakshas and rakshasas, because they are the ones who have this tendency of accumulating things for themselves. And the tamasic people, who are in the mode of ignorance, they worship the spirits and ghosts. Then Shri Krishna mentioned about the food of different kind of people, and he mentions that the food um, of the sattvic person is nutritious, while that of the rajasic person is excessive in taste, which basically brings in pain, and the food of the tamasic person is something which lacks nutrition and which basically brings disease. After that, Shri Krishna mentioned about the yajna, and he mentions that when the yajna is performed in accordance to scriptures, then that is a sattvic yajna. When the yajna is performed with a selfish desire, then that is a rajasic yajna, and the tamasic yajna is the one which has been performed without faith. So that is in the mode of ignorance, completely devoid of faith, not performed in the right manner. And then Sri Krishna described about austerity, and he says that the service to the Lord or the Guru and the wise person, or you can say service to the Lord or the preceptor of the wise person, is the austerity of body, where a person uses his body to serve them. Then that's the austerity of the body. While the austerity of the speech is to use kind words against all people, and the austerity of mind is to have self control. So a person who performs these things is basically performing in austerity, wherein he is keeping his mind under control, he is always using kind speech, and he is always serving the Lord, Guru, and the wise people. Then Sri Krishna mentioned that the austerity, when performed without any selfish desire, then such an austerity is sattvic. If the austerity is performed with selfish desire, then that is rajasic. And if the austerity is performed in ignorance to provide pain to the self and to others, then that austerity is tamasic. Shri Krishna then also describe about the charity and say that the charity, when given to the right person at the right place and at the right time and in the right manner, for the sake of giving, then such a charity is sattvic charity. While when the charity is given with an expectation of getting something back in return, or it is given with some sort of selfish desire, or is given hesitatingly without any under some sort of pressure, you can say, then such a charity is rajasic. And the charity which is given at the wrong place, at the wrong time, to the wrong person, is given in the wrong manner, then such a charity is tamasic charity. Finally, Sri Krishna described the importance of the mantra Om Tat Sat, and how the wise use this mantra to attain Brahma. And what we understood from that particular message was that when an austerity or charity or any sort of an activity, when is performed for the sake of Tat, while chanting the word Om, that is that is basically Sat, which is auspicious. It brings in auspiciousness, and the deeper understanding of it is basically that Om is the fundamental force which is running this entire universe. That is basically the force for whom all the actions should be performed. And when one performs all the actions for the sake of that Om, then that action becomes auspicious, and it is Sat basically. And the existence of this Sat is basically the truth. And we should all strive to perform all our actions for the sake of that divine power which is running this entire universe. If we will do that, then that will make all our actions auspicious, which means Sat. And if we don't do that, and we do it only for our selfish desire, then all our austerities become Asat. And such austerities are neither they dear to the Lord or Tat, and nor are they dear to the world. So they basically all just go to waste if they are performed for the sake of the ego or for the selfish desire itself. So that was pretty much the entire message of this chapter. I hope that I have explained this chapter well to you. With that, I'll close this video, and in the next video I'll present a quiz with regards to this chapter. So take care.